In this Photoshop tutorial, we place text to wrap around the main object in the image. We can create dynamic designs by wrapping the text around the objects in the shapes we draw. Designs with this type of page layout are actually frequently seen in newspapers and magazines. Let's learn how to do this in Photoshop. Let's open the image we want to write around, and after selecting our pen tool, shortcut P, we need to select shape instead of path in the properties panel here. Because what we are going to create is actually a shape. I'm just drawing the outline. I'm selecting the places where the text will be, and the inside is painted black. We can avoid that too by selecting this option here, and then let's continue. We can also draw curved lines if we want. In the end, we define an area. It doesn't have to be very detailed. We define the area that will be inside the text, and with the last click we have selected the field. After selecting our area, I select the text tool. When I move the mouse cursor inside the shape I have drawn, you can see that it is in a circle. This shows that we are on the right way. When I click inside it, by default it will write me some text. And as you can see, the texts are included in the area we have drawn. Now let's find a long text. So I'll paste the lorem ipsum text here. And if I deselect it, I'll see more clearly what's what. As you can see, I got what I wanted. Now it actually works like normal text. From now on, we can make all the changes we want to make to the text. I can change the font of the text. I can change the thickness or the spacing. For example, right now it's all in uppercase. I'm taking it out of uppercase. The text is in black, so it's thick. I'm making it thinner. Maybe we can get more elegant images. You can even handle the paragraph part if you want. For example, it is not visible here in the panels. When I go to the paragraph option under window, it shows up here. I can also center the text and align it to the right and justify it to the left. So it means to justify left and right by increasing the spaces in between. We can do these kind of things. If we cancel this option at the bottom of the paragraph, look there, words are separated by hyphens. If we cancel this, it means that the words will not be separated by apostrophes. The words will not be separated. This doesn't mean that the text will be interrupted. When you remove this sign, it means that there will be no interrupted text. I'm writing to the left. In fact, in these cases, sometimes justification can also give very good results, but there are spaces in between. Maybe if we make the font a little bit smaller, then these gaps won't stand out so much. For example, let's make it 24. Yes, it stands out. It stands out at some point. It needs to be adjusted. Therefore, we need to make changes according to the situation. You do everything you can do here as if you were editing text. In the same way, you can change anything you want here. For example, if I want to change this paragraph, I can make it capitalized or bold. Or I can just adjust the size of a certain word and change the font color. It allows us to make these kind of edits. Just like the other text tools, just like the other paragraph tools, we have to think of it as text. Instead of just writing the text in plain text, or instead of writing a paragraph, we have made sure that it is written in a shape that we specify. Everything else is text. Now let me talk about some minor problems you might encounter and how to solve them. For example, why is the first line here when it should be here? Because it is not exactly parallel aligned. So how can we overcome this? First of all, there is a ruler up there. Let's use the ruler and make sure it is in the same position at the other point. Then let's select the direct selection tool and select the point in that corner and move it up a little bit. And in this case, if we align it to the line above, this problem will be eliminated. If you can master this direct tool, the dots here, you can then make the edits you want. It is possible to add dots in between with the pen tool and make the edits you want in this way. I want the points here to disappear. Again, select the pen tool and there is the delete anchor point tool option. By selecting this option and clicking on it, as you can see, I can remove those areas. For example, here, I clicked on this one and made it disappear. If I'm going to make this into a single layout, you have to move this one up. So you need to line it up with this one. I'm doing that again with the direct tool. I'm taking this upwards like this. In order to manipulate these shapes, we need to be able to use the pen tools here and the direct selection tool. They don't have very different combinations. Even if you know as much as we have used in this tutorial, you are already in a position to edit on this way. By drawing these types of shapes, you can adjust the shape around the person in a portrait photo, or around a car, around a building, or around a product if you are doing a product themed work. Thank you for watching. That's all for this video. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.